What's up, you guys? I'm not amazing, I'm just mediocre. Welcome back to the channel and it's Apex Legends video. Today we're going to be talking about the third hunt we got for Apex Legends, and to be perfectly honest, I'm really confused as to what's going on at this point, because we have a hunt that we perform, then immediately come back to a text story that picks up exactly where we left off from our previous text story, and I'm really confused about the timeline here. Really quick before we get into the video, if you want to stay up to date on everything Apex Legends, consider subscribing to the channel. I have been doing a continuing series of backstory videos on all of the legends. I've been thinking about doing Lifeline or Wraith. Let me know in the comment section down below which one you think I should do. Now, moving on to this video, we got our brand new hunt yesterday, and it was a lot of fun. You got to be a shadow again, just like in the Shadow Fall mode, except you had a lot more strength, and then when you killed the Prowlers, they give you your life back. You get this for a temporary period after you destroy all of these totems. Then you get to go to the drill site and go protect the drill and escape to the dropship, pretty much just like every other time you've had one of these hunts. It's a lot of fun, and I love how every single one of these hunts brings you a unique and different challenge. Now, the story implications that come from this hunt are what have me confused, because the story that comes afterwards has us talking about the events of the previous text chapter, where Revenant was seen inside the room after Watson's grave injury. He's found out about the plot to hide this from him because in the original prologue, somebody wrote him a letter. So Revenant decided to show up and let that fact be known. He gloats to Loba about how there's a mole in the group and she's already rubbing people the wrong way in her short amount of time here. But he's also very interested in whatever this artifact is that she's now desperately on the hunt for. That while normally working alone, she's hired basically all of the Apex Legends to assist her in this quest. He wants to know what's going on that made her change so quickly from her objective of taking care of the person that murdered her parents. And right when it looks like he's about to start a fight, Bloodhound, Bangalore, and Gibraltar show up out of Wraith's portal, which is, I guess, seemingly still open since the last time, like the previous chapter 2. So not really well explained, but those three jump out of the portal with guns drawn right in the nick of time. Revenant draws up his ultimate death totem, creates a big cloud of smoke. Octane tries to jump to use the death totem as well. However, Bangalore stops him from doing so, and this allows Revenant to escape. Immediately after this, Loba accuses somebody of being the spy. Somebody in this room is the spy, and Bangalore seems to try to shut that down right away. She claims nobody's a spy, that Revenant has just been hanging out and listening closely and probably overheard somebody talking about the missions, and that they should just get ready to meet for the next one, because it's just going to get crazier from here. And on the way out, though, everybody else is leaving, she gets Octane's attention and demands to know what proof that he got from the girl that he was on a date with. He says he got some information, right, got a story out of her, and she's like, no, I want proof. Where's the proof that I need that Loba is up to something bad? Whatever's going on, she doesn't trust Loba at all, so she sends Octane back to get the information. And even Lifeline says, hey man, you know, whatever, at least you know, maybe being the hero, but at least you get to be useful, you know, even if you get to, you know, have to dress up to do so. And Octane doesn't like this at all, sits there talking to an unconscious Watson, and basically allows the lack of a voice telling him no convince him to go into the still existent Wraith portal and go back into the Shadowlands to try and reclaim all of the artifact pieces in one go, with the final, of course, triumphant line, what could go wrong? So immediately after reading that, I get exceptionally confused about the exact timeline of events between the hunts we are playing and the text chapters we are reading. We know these hunts are things that are happening in relation to the story. We're going into the Shadow Realm to retrieve these artifacts. And then we have these text chapters that are also part of the story that have given us all kinds of cool background on the legends and stuff. But what I don't seem to understand is the exact timeline of events. So we have the first hunt that happens, and then the text chapter after that, they're hanging out in the bar all talking about how does Loba know all this information about them. The second chapter happens, Watson goes down in the hunt, and in the text chapter, they're all in the back of the bar over Watson's body, being sad, and then Revenant shows up. And then we have this week, we had the third hunt, and then the third text chapter picks up immediately where the second text chapter left off. And it doesn't seem to make sense in terms of a timeline unless there's like an official version of the legends, like a canon version of the people who went on the specific Hunt 2 and Hunt 3. If I'm counting my legends correctly, we have Wraith and Octane were on the date with Yoko. We have Mirage definitely was with the mission with Watson. Watson was also there. Then we had Loba was also there potentially. And then you had Pathfinder because he was asked about what happened. So you had those four definitely on that mission. Not quite sure if Caustic was in attendance on that one as well. And it would make total sense if that Wraith portal that was in the room still active was... You had Bangalore and Gibraltar and Bloodhound were on a different part of the map doing this other mission, and that's why they showed up to the room late. They did their hunt at a different time when they were having issues with this other Revenant, and then that's why they came back to the room late. Or maybe because we are shown under Shadow control, it's giving us the hint that this person is being helped by Revenant. I don't know. It's all really confusing, to be totally honest. And the only way I can make sense of the current timeline is if there was a specific canon version of who went on each hunt. But one thing I do feel more sure about is that Bangalore is the one who ratted out to Revenant. First, she shows up very suspiciously in the nick of time. Then she stops Octane and allows Revenant to escape. Then she shuts down any notion of there being a spy at all. And just like Crypto said, that's something a spy would say. Now, if you guys love Apex Legends lore, once again, consider subscribing to the channel and hitting that notification bell. And also, take a look at this playlist that's on your screen right now containing all my lore videos. In the meantime, I'm not amazing, I'm just mediocre, and I'm out.